Cook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is Friday, July 30th. Oh boy, I'm so happy it is Friday. I'm your girl, Pilar last hour. We've got DMac joining us. We've got Tom Mazaway joining us. We've got Fish in the Fishbowl. We've got Alex behind the glass, and of course Andrew manning all of our social media. So make sure that you hit us up on our social at Woodward Sports. You can also give us a call, 313-552-6322. And guys, make sure that you are downloading our app. You can find it in the Apple Store. You can find it in the Android Store. Make sure that you're liking, sharing, leaving a comment, because that's what we like to see, my friends. So happy Friday to everybody. We've got a great show planned. I am sure you guys are all very well aware that we will be talking Cade Cunningham today, right?
Oh, can't wait.
Social media just went absolutely berserk and bonkos last night.
Kid's got a pair of buffs. That's all you got to know.
He looks great,
He's all
too.
Detroit already.
good-looking kid.
Yep.
100%. But honestly, I've never seen social media go like this. This was the craziest thing I have ever seen. So we will be getting to that. But Maz, why don't you go ahead and start with your sports update?
I will. Brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.com. You can use the promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000. You can bet the Olympics. You can't bet the NBA draft anymore because that's in the rearview mirror. Pistons got their man last night. Oklahoma State's Cade Cunningham with the number one pick in the NBA draft in Brooklyn. They also grabbed, by the way, Cade will wear number 2. That's right. Chuck Daly's number 2 was in the rafters. They got permission from Chuck's family, Daddy Rich. The family said, please, wear it in Chuck Daly's honor. So Cade Cunningham will play with number 2 on his back. Plenty coming up in the big hook. They also grabbed Michigan's Isaiah Livers. How about the National Player of the Year from Iowa, Luka Garza, and Florida State's Balsa Kobrifica, all in the second round. So we'll talk more about that. Mark Champion will join us, the Pistons radio voice. Lakers, by the way, traded for Russell Westbrook last night. They tried to ruin our night and try to steal our thunder. They sent Kyle Kuzma and a bag of balls to Washington for Russell Westbrook. More on that coming up in just a bit. Tigers and Orioles again tonight. Tarek Skubal and Matt Harvey, the Dark Knight. The matchup from Comerica Park. Tigers won their third in a row last night, 6-2. 2 home runs, historic home runs from Miggy.
Miguel swings. It's a fly ball deep down the right field line. Got a chance! Gone! 496. The 3-1. Swinging a fly ball to right. Deep. Way back! Gone! Two-homer game. Put another number up on the countdown clock. 497 for Miguel.
I love that baseball geek, Dan Dickerson. That's my man.
I watched him turn, Maz. I watched him
saw
turn.
you.
Thank you, Miggy.
You called it.
The hockey guy says, thank you, Miggy. 2 home runs. I was in the building.
7 scoreless innings from Casey Mize, the ace. 3rd straight winning month for the Tigers. They're 50-55. Yes, no, not so good, but they're 41-21 since May the 8th. You know it's the trade deadline. I can't keep track. The Tigers even made a deal. They traded Daniel Norris away to the Milwaukee Brewers for 21-year-old right-hand Reese Olson. He's in high A ball right now, playing for Milwaukee. So Daniel Norris, who closed the game the other night.
That's got to be a win.
I don't know. We'll see. I like Daniel Norris, to be honest with you.
I think that
I know he doesn't have a great Tigers career, but I still see something in that guy. I just do.
Well, obviously Milwaukee did too, to offer 21-year-old A-ball player. So
first place team, Milwaukee. Here's more trades. It ends today at 4 o'clock, by the way, the trade deadline. We'll keep you up to date to the 2nd, by the way. Mets, they just make a big splash. Just a couple of minutes ago, they grab Javi Baez, El Mago, coming over from the Cubbies. Wow. Him and Francisco Lindor. That's your infield.
That's pretty good. And then
pretty good.
Cubs are sellers.
Cubs are selling big time.
You got Riz. You got Rizzo. You like
Rizzo
that?
came to the Yankees. The White Sox grabbed Cubs closer Craig Kimbrell. They're getting rid of everybody.
The Red Sox grabbed Schwarber.
Right? You want to do this update?
No, I'm just
okay. Just checking.
He's just excited.
I know.
No, I mean, too bad to get a conversation. Matt's usually like he's talking baseball by
No,
himself.
I love talking to
Hey,
you,
y'all
man.
be nice. Y'all be nice. Come on.
Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, they go to the Dodgers. They beat out rival San Diego. So Washington's a seller as well. Padres settle for Washington closer Daniel Hudson. A day after trading for Joey Gallo, Yanks get Anthony Rizzo, as Max said. Bo Sox, they get Kyle Schwarber from the Nationals. And just about an hour ago, the Jays get an ace. Twins ace, Jose Berrios, going over to Toronto. Day 3 of training camp for the Lions at Allen Park. They open up the preseason August 13th against Buffalo. How about Browns? What are they doing? They hired former Lion GM Bob Quinn as a senior consultant to football operations. And Carson Wentz can't catch a break. Can't catch a break. He's out indefinitely with a foot injury. Injured yesterday in practice. He'll undergo further testing. So the Colts are keeping their fingers crossed. Let's go to the Tokyo Olympics. American swimmer Caleb Dressel wins the gold in the 100. Lily King, Michigan's own Annie Laser, friend to our own Andrew right there. They bring home the silver and the bronze in the 200 breaststroke. U.S. women's soccer team beat the Netherlands on PKs. They go to the semis. Women's basketball, 51 in a row for them. And the men's team, of course, they play the Czech Republic tomorrow. Win, and they're in the next round. Xander Schauffele, the American, leads in golf. How about that, Mac? And no Golden Slam for Novak Djokovic. He was beaten in 3 sets. Track and field underway. U.S. disqualified in the 4x100 relay already. What happened there, Fish?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought you were going to tell me about the foul.
Just miscommunication.
Okay,
You didn't want to
miscommunication.
interrupt your update, Matt.
Sorry. The U.S. leads the medal count with 41, 14
By the way,
gold.
the segment is Mass News.
China second with 38, Russia 34, Japan with 28. How about Arnold Schwarzenegger? Arnold. Happy birthday. He's 74 years old.
I can't believe he's 74.
Look how happy he was back in the day. He's just...
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right?
he's still doing things, I guess, at 74 years old. Happy birthday, Arnold.
Yeah, happy
I'll be back.
birthday. Oh, my
He was
goodness.
very happy there.
Andrew, did you have something to say about the swimming?
Yeah, so Annie Laser, he actually coached me for a little bit, but the coach in high school, he coached my brother in high school, and he had the watch party last night. So there was a little video of him. We can't show it, but he was jumping up and down
saw
and
that.
everything. Yeah, he was going crazy.
I was looking for you, but you were at the Pistons party.
No, I was not there. I don't really know her at all.
Oh,
But
I
I know
thought you-
people who coached her and people who swam summer club.
You could have lied to us and said you knowed us.
Yeah, we
You
would have
knew her.
believed you.
Would have
No,
believed
but
her.
Andrew, I like it. You're being straight. You're not falling into that Tom
Right.
Mazaway school.
Name
of,
dropping.
Yeah.
Is that what it is, Pilar?
Thanks, Mac.
You're welcome.
Well, but listen, if it wasn't for your Rolodex, it's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
You forgot
is-
a very important news story, man.
What did I miss?
The U.S. men's soccer/football team is going to play Mexico on Sunday in the Gold Cup final.
Oh, I didn't
Is
know
that
that.
not big news?
Is that are they in the Olympics?
They are not. That's
Okay, that's why I don't give a
separate
damn.
to the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
But it's a big tournament.
Okay,
It's
I
a
didn't
Gold
realize.
Cup.
I didn't realize there was a tournament going on with the Olympics going on. It's like DMac. There's no NASCAR. There's no golf. They take off for the Olympics. I figured you guys would take off as well. Obviously not.
No, we.
I wish you guys could have gotten Fish's face on that one. He was like, what? No.
Yeah,
No
we-
respect, Fish.
We don't take off. We go
No,
worldwide.
no. So, all right, guys. So there you have it. Those are your up to date with the news and notes from around the world of sports. A little bit more news, friends, is today is actually my last day here on The Hook. I want to thank everybody for an amazing run. I've had so much fun. But as you guys know, or if you don't know, my background is actually fantasy football, so now's the time that I have to take off and start getting ready on my spreadsheets and really start diving into getting ready for the fantasy football season. So you'll still see me around here at the network. I just won't be with this incredible group of people.
Thank you.
So
We broke her, Maz.
We know.
Boys,
We broke
if we
her.
could
Mark, can you
just-
save this to 450?
No.
What's that?
No,
Save it
she's
to
letting them know
450.
now because people aren't
but-
shocked.
No, I know. So, say that you're leaving, but then save the goodbyes till
Oh,
last
the
10
good,
minutes.
the
yeah,
good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, so since it's my last day, maybe you guys can play nice.
No, it doesn't happen.
All right. It was
Sorry,
wishful.
Pilar.
It was absolutely
wishful
wishful
there.
I'll try my
thinking.
best for you, Pilar.
Aw, that was so sweet.
But then
DMac.
Tom's going to say something stupid.
He's gonna mess it up,
got his
right?
fingers crossed.
It's the way it
Listen, it's the trade deadline. Leave me alone.
Fair enough.
Matt, is this your favorite day of the year?
It is only if my teams do well.
Oh, okay.
See, Fish, it's either his favorite day or my favorite day because as he's watching that, and I just want him to get skewered, But I was bringing up the point. I was trying to be nice earlier,
But,
Pilar,
Maz,
when I
you have
told
like
him that he got
50
Anthony Rizzo.
You know what, Mac? I should.
But then he goes, "Oh, but Kyle Schwarber went to the Sox."
So, Maz, you have like 85 different teams you like. Tigers, Yankees, Mets.
And it's hard to keep them all track of them all.
DMac, you just have Tigers, right? Or is there another team you like?
He likes the Yankees.
I don't like the Yankees. I like the Sox better than the Yankees.
Okay.
Just because Maz likes the Yankees.
Yep.
That
But
hurts.
no, I'm all Tigers all day, buddy.
Yeah, so Maz, you have 3 different teams where Mac just says
He's got Mets, he's got this, he's got
Yankees.
that.
But it's
But he's
also because
older.
he's moved around.
He's got a lot more
too.
years. And
You're
plus,
from different
teams have
places,
moved
like-
different places, Brooklyn to LA.
Yep.
So Maz, back in the day, you don't know you're selling papers for a nickel on the corner in Brooklyn. So he's got that.
Paper, get your
There
paper.
it is.
Yep. So, all right, guys, when we come back, it's time for us to get to the big hook. And I bet this is going to come as a big surprise, but it's going to be all about some Cade Cunningham. He is now officially a Piston. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into the hook on Woodward Sports Network.
With the first pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State University.
Big hug from his mom, Carrie. The love from his dad, Keith.
All right, guys, there it is, the official announcement of when Cade Cunningham was drafted first overall to the Detroit Pistons. Yes, Fish.
is it just me, or did Adam Silver had more emphasis in his voice when he said Cade Cunningham?
Well, I think it was just so anticipated. I feel like it was just the first pick. He was pretty excited. Kind of.
It's the first pick. He's got to get hype.
Yeah.
But normally they just say Cade Cunningham. He sounded a little more happy. Cade Cunningham.
Well, he's probably happy for the kid.
Well, no, but
he's going to come to a city that really, really, really
How about
wants a
Fish?
nation,
He's
yes.
excited that he had an audience to say it in front of than last year when he
that's
wasn't
true.
doing it.
Last year was
online,
virtual.
and-
Yep.
it was virtual.
right.
So
Andrew,
that
what do you
probably
have
had
for us?
something to do
He
with
did
it.
have a good speech at the start.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, last night was like, I've never seen a Piston or any Detroit player really embrace being like going to Detroit. Like usually the pick was like, yeah, I can't wait for the city. I cannot wait to be part of this. He embraced it. Like that was something really special that I think people from Detroit have been waiting for forever.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
in a long time. Like I haven't seen a player like that ever. I mean, Stafford embraced the city. I mean, all these other guys. And he's like the next torch of that. He's the next
It
torch.
it has a feel because he has. Obviously, he knows the city. He's throwing the first pitch out tonight. He wants to be here. He acknowledges this. He's got buff sunglasses. He knows what it's like. He's talked about the bad boys. He's
Can I
talked
ask you
about the
something?
attitude.
What are buff sunglasses?
They're expensive. It's a brand name of sunglasses.
To me, I thought buffs were like nice shoes.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was like strong.
Right. No, it's a brand. Anyways, but it's
I'm
also
old.
too right. Exactly. But the fact
Is
that
it made here in Detroit?
that Andrew, yes, it's,
Oh, okay.
it's a
Made in Detroit
it's a
brand. I love
Detroit
that.
thing.
Good.
Right? So,
Thank you for telling me.
But the fact that Andrew said that for his generation, it's sort of like in the hockey world, as Steve Yzerman way back in the 80s, you know, and what he's meant to this team now. Now, it's a young kid coming in, but knowing it, got something to prove, got a young team, got a coach that knows what they have. I mean, this is exciting for all of us. And yes, Andrew, whenever a young player comes and embraces and knows the history, it's the same thing as Dylan Larkin. You know, as I always say, the most impressive thing is, yes, the kid's from here, the kid grew up with the Wings, but the fact of his knowledge of the history, you know, not just of our teams, but of the Gordie Howes and the Ted Lindsays and what it's meant to be part of the organization. I feel Cade Cunningham has the same responsibility, pride of being a Piston, and you couldn't be happier to have the person and the player. And plus, Andrew, you got skills personified, right? You got a 5-star tooled athlete that can legitimately, as he grows, gets older, gets bigger, gets stronger, you know, you have your version maybe of Giannis, but whatever.
Anyway,
Giannis.
they swept him right from the podium there and took him over to Malika Andrews, and of course they asked him, "How do you feel?"
So I got to buff up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Detroit.
Oh, you're ready.
Buffed up now. Which camera I'm looking at? I'm in this one?
Yeah, you're in this one right here.
Detroit, I'm all the way in. Detroit Pistons, I'm all the way in. Let's do it.
Congratulations, Cade.
And the longer version we have too, right, Alex? That was the one I was looking for.
There's press conference afterwards.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
With Malika.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
You know, last year, Detroit had a great draft, I feel like. You know, getting 2 all-rookie guys is huge. And it's a great young core that they already have, along with Killian Hayes, who, coming off an injury, he's going to have a big year this year. So, you know, I'm excited to be able to join that young core and grow together with them. I think that's the biggest thing. I want to, you know, hop right in and contribute to, you know, the mentality that they go into games with. They want to defend. They want to play hard. And that's what I want to come in and provide for them as well. I don't want to, you know, take a step back from the mentality that the team has. Detroit Pistons has always been about, you know, grit and working for, you know, everything that they had. So you look back on the Bad Boys teams, that's what made those teams great. So I want to try to bring that mentality to the team. I know that they already have young guys that have that mentality, and I feel like, you know, me just adding on will only take us to the next step.
There you have it. Welcome to Detroit. They're actually doing a live press conference right now. We'll probably have some sound for you later from Little Caesars Arena. So they're all welcoming all the draft picks in today, and lots of other guys. Isaiah Livers, who's Mac is big on Isaiah Livers coming over here from Michigan.
Well,
John Beilein is part of the Pistons now, so why not bring over Isaiah?
I just think that I love this kid's work ethic, and you mentioned him being hurt and coming off injury, but he knows the culture from being around here and stuff like that, and I just like the way that kid plays. So you said it, the connections with Beilein probably had something to do with it, but you know, anytime there's homegrown talent, whether they're from here or play college here, you always want to root for them. And I think he's in the perfect opportunity.
I know, and they get the National Player of the Year, Luka Garza from Iowa, who I don't think he's Luka Doncic, but Andrew, what do you got on Luka Garza? What kind of player is he? Why did he slip so far?
So this is the reason why he slipped, is he's a lack of mobility. He needs to be more athletic and stuff like that. That's what they're saying with the scouts and like looking at the film. He's very good at offensive end, but the defense end he will slacks a little bit. But the idea I had, and I put in my article today, is that I predict he'll be in the G League team. So he'll do the Mercy Cruise, play a little bit in the minor league system there.
All right, we'll see. And then they got they had to trade Mason Plumlee earlier in the night, and that plus the 37th pick to free up cap space. They wound up getting the 57th pick, and how about the guy they got from Florida State, Balsa Kobrifica?
I don't know much about him, honestly. Like, that's like, I never heard of him until last night when I woke up this morning. They're like, oh, they took this guy 57. Like, who is this guy? I did a little research on him. He's a very good like shooter. He's got long arms. He's like a 7-foot wingspan.
Wow.
Great shot blocker. Yeah, he's a center, so he has a lot to improve on too. So that, I think the way, and you talked about Coach Casey talked last week with the guys on the show is that they're going to abuse having that G League team there because they're going to have both teams practice with each other. Mm-hmm. So maybe one night Luka and then Isaiah Livers, they go down to the G League to get more playing time, and then the next night they might be playing Detroit. So that's the best part about this new move is that the Pistons have the most advantage of any team because they can bring in any guy they want the next day. They don't have to travel like Denver's teams in Grand Rapids.
Right.
They have to file back
Used to be our team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have the biggest advantage in the league because of that.
That's good. We got great,
That's huge for
great
a young
places.
team.
Yeah.
Huge for a young team when you're building because you can move the pieces around and get them playing time. And just like Andrew said, how many times you're going to see a G League guy one night play in the pro game the next night? So.
Just like the facilities here they're second to none.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember one of the things Cade mentioned in one of his interviews was at the top was, this facility is unbelievable, state of the art. And that's important.
You bet it is.
That's important. So everything's setting up. Now it's for the boys to go out and do the work.
Our boy KB, Kenny Brown from WJR, the Mitch Albom Show, wrote me in. He says, Tommy, Cartier glasses are buffs. Cartier glasses are buffs.
Yeah.
So, is it Cartier?
So Cartier.
Yeah, it's Cartier.
Yeah. They're called buffs. So the Cartier is the brand, but they call them buffs.
Oh.
It's a street. So and that's if anybody knows, that's KB. That's from almost like taking it from God's mouth.
It is because he probably has a few pairs.
He's got not a few.
Cartier?
What?
Yeah,
Cartier?
KB's loaded. He's got it all. He's fine.
He's the man.
He's happy.
I thought Buffs was like a brand.
No, I think it's like a term.
I gotcha.
Anyway, let's get back to Cade.
Okay, yeah.
Cade's got a 7-foot wingspan as well. And this kid is going to be something special. Troy Weaver last night on getting their guy.
I thought I was going to get a standing ovation from you guys when I walked in. Everybody picked him. I finally got to say it tonight. So we vetted this process out. He was always one of the top guys we looked at. But the versatility he brings, the leadership, connectability, was really separated him. You look at our team, he's a human connector on the floor, off the floor. So along with his, advanced skill set and winning basketball that he plays and has always played, landing on him was tremendous honor for us to be able to bring in such a young, accomplished player. So we're excited and look forward to him getting here and get started.
Congrats to the soft-spoken GM of the Detroit Pistons, but
I love how he said
Troy
I was
Weaver.
expecting a standing ovation. I'm surprised he didn't get a standing ovation.
I like how he said, you guys all picked, and then I finally got a chance to go up and make the pick.
You guys do all the talking. I'm the guy that has to do it when it comes down to it. Now, we like going to Mike Schmitz on ESPN. Great NBA analyst. So this is what you're going to get, Piston fans, with Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, Cade has really the upside of a Luka Doncic, okay? When you talk about these 6'8" playmakers, that's what every NBA team is looking for, and I think his floor is a Chris Middleton type, and it starts with his ability to get to that step-back move. I mean, that's the most lethal move in the NBA. He's already got that. He can pass off the dribble with his right hand, with his left hand, and we've seen Luka Doncic just torture opponents with that step-back move, has the size to see over the top and pick and roll. I think we're going to see a lot of that from Cade Cunningham with NBA talent around him. And then the versatility. He can be a catch-and-shoot guy. He can operate out of the mid-post if you need a bucket there with the shimmy move and the step back going right. That's why he reminds me of Chris Middleton. He can play with other stars in that late game clutch gene when it matters most. We saw that all NBA Finals with Chris Middleton. Doncic has that. Cunningham has that. This kid is built for the NBA.
I love this guy already. I can't wait for the season, and it just finished. So that's the downside.
Yeah.
By the way, Cade shades are just over $2,850. So about 3 G's for those sunglasses, those sunnies. They're not gas station sunglasses. I know that. That's a fact. And our main man, Mark Champion, the voice, the radio voice of the Detroit Pistons, he's on the line with us. We're going to get to him in just a second right here. Keep it here on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to The Hook. on Woodward Sports Network. Tom Mazaway alongside Pilar Lastra and Darren McCarty, 4-time Stanley Cup champion. We welcome you in on a Friday show. Big day yesterday, big night last night for Detroit fans, sport fans in general. It's been a long time coming. Last time a team was in the playoffs was 2014. That had a chance to win the championship. It was in 2014. It's been lean years, but last night the Pistons got to pick first in the NBA draft for the first time in 50 years. Joining us here on The Hook is our good friend, the radio voice of the Detroit Pistons, Mark Champion. MC, welcome in.
Tom, always a pleasure to be with you, but it's better to be with your other two co-hosts.
Yes, I know. I get
especially McCarty. The last time I was on, he wasn't there. So,
well, good to see you.
You were probably making a speech somewhere.
We had Neil Rule in the last time. That's right.
Golf.
He was golfing last time for a good cause.
So you mentioned that Cade's glasses were worth $2,850?
At least.
Yes.
That's $2,830 more than what I paid for my sunglasses.
I know that. That's why I led into you. I knew it. You're a gas station guy. I knew it all the way.
Yeah, absolutely, baby.
Mark Champion, you don't want to lose those sunglasses. You don't care if you lose a $20 pair.
I don't. Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, I will say there's nothing that would upset me more than whenever I would lose a pair of sunglasses, and I would buy multiple expensive ones, and now I just buy one, and I tell myself, if I lose this one, I'm not going to buy myself another expensive pair. And they're not $2,000.
Right.
I mean, $700 was the max I've ever
That's
spent.
still
That still burns the nostrils.
That's a lot.
I know, but ever since I told myself, Mark, that I will not buy myself another pair, I have not lost my last pair.
Excellent.
That's it.
Excellent. Well, it was. It certainly was fun last night. It's my outside of the season, it's my favorite time of the year, and hopefully this is the last time we have the overall number one pick.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're working toward not having the overall number one pick, but if you do get it, then I think the Pistons got their man. They got the right guy, and I'm excited to see what he's all about. It's interesting. Last year I was talking with a buddy of mine today, and we were talking about last season, and it couldn't have. It's weird to say this, but it couldn't have worked out any better for the Pistons for this year, because the team only won 20 games. However, they were very competitive, very entertaining, I thought, and had a chance to win probably another 10 or 12 games, but didn't. And that turned out to be a good thing. They get the overall number one pick. And secondarily, it also gave a chance for Isaiah Stewart and Sadiq Bey to play a lot. They get recognition on a national basis, added to the men's select team. That's terrific. That helps in perhaps bringing in a free agent down the road. You never know. The only negative was that Killian Hayes got hurt, and we didn't get a chance to see what he was all about.
Mark Champion, radio voice of the Detroit Pistons, joining us. My question, because you've seen all the games, Maz said you've watched 20 wins last year, but what does a kid like Cade Cunningham, what does he make them? A 25-win team, a 30-win team? Now we know of, as long as everyone is healthy, but how impactful can he be on this lineup? And is it legit? We've heard it out of his mouth to say, try to make this Pistons team a playoff team. I think maybe a 9 or 10 play-in seed, but is that really, you watch more games than anybody else, Mark? Is that possible for this club?
I think it's possible because, like I just said, I mean, they were in a lot of games. They could easily have won, I think, at least another 10 games had it not been for turnovers. And they had a number of games where offensively they didn't shoot the ball well. But they were in a lot of games, and a lot of that problem was related to the fact you had a bunch of 19-year-old kids playing. So they've got a year under their belt. Cade Cunningham obviously brings you a star quality. He is a leader. I believe, Maz probably knows better than I, but I believe he led the nation at college basketball in clutch shooting, whatever that stat is. He was number one. So he's a clutch player. He's a leader. I was watching the Pistons had their press conference, and Tom Gores was talking about meeting and sitting down with Cade Cunningham, they knew right off the bat they had somebody special.
No question.
Just from not necessarily from a basketball standpoint, but from the kind of person he is.
He sure looks like a good guy and a really good father, the way he was doting on his little girl and sitting with his family. You could see this kid has got something, and it's great. He's a kid. We're not going to know what the heck he's going to give us. All these guys are kids now. They're lucky they play 1 year in college now. It's a completely different way to draft nowadays.
It is. It's a whole new ballgame. I mean, I was watching, keeping track last night, and it's just amazing the number of 19-year-old kids who were selected in the first round. If somebody was 22 or 23 years old, you're going, oh, wow, I hope he's not too old. That's kind of the way. That's kind of the way the game has gone. But I like this draft. I like Isaiah Livers. I think that was a terrific pick.
He's old.
He had injury.
He's 23.
He's 23 years old. Had he not had injury problems in his career, he would have been a much higher pick, I think, than 12. And Garza was the National Player of the Year, for crying out loud. He can hit the three. He can do some things. I think you'll probably see him a lot in the G League, maybe Livers as well. Koprivica, how do you pronounce that? Koprivica?
Yeah, it sounds
whatever
good.
It is.
Sounds good.
Yeah, whatever it is.
You got time to work on it, Mark. Don't worry about it.
Koprivica, I think is what it is. Koprivica. I know nothing about him. He played at Florida State, but I really don't know anything about him. So we'll wait and see on him.
How about Franz Wagner being a first-round pick? Obviously, his brother went late to the Lakers when he came out of Michigan. What do you think about Franz Wagner in the NBA?
He can shoot, so I think that's to his benefit. His stock rose, as I recall, as we headed into the draft. He wasn't as high up. And then in the last month or so, his stock really rose. So obviously, maybe his international background helped him out as well. But happy for him. I mean, he seems like a good player, and we'll see. Like you said, we don't know until these guys get on the floor and start squeaking the shoes and bouncing the ball. We'll find out what they're all about.
We were talking earlier, Mark, about the G League team and the fact that everything's downtown. Is it a strong possibility we might see some of these guys play G League and then get called up the next day and play LCA or something like this? And does this give Detroit an advantage because they are young?
You might see that. You will also have the two-way players. That's going to stick. There was the Exhibit 10 players. These guys won't fall into that, I don't believe. But the interesting thing is the league did make a change, and you will now be allowed to dress 15 players. In the past, it was 13 players. You could keep 17 on the roster. 2 of those would be two-ways. So now you can have 15 players. They all can dress for a game. So I don't know what that's going to do. That may change whether or not you're sending guys down.
Mark Champion joins us, the radio voice of the Detroit Pistons. Of course, before that, a longtime radio voice of the Detroit Lions. No one better doing that.
Hey, speaking of that, I'm surprised to my knowledge, nobody in any press conference asked Cade Cunningham if he knew Barry Sanders.
Oh, Oklahoma State. They just retired his number. Oh, what took so long?
Because Maz wasn't at the press conference. He hasn't got a shot at him yet.
I think Barry wore 21, I believe, at Oklahoma State. And so I don't know if Cade knew him or not, but here we are. The Motor City now has landed 2 of the greatest athletes ever to go to Oklahoma State.
Hey, that's going to be your first question when you talk to him now. Remember that one.
And my other I have too much time on my hands. I noticed last night. Did you notice this? That Troy Weaver's Piston shirt was orange.
I saw your tweet.
It was orange, and that's the color of Oklahoma State. So that should have been the tip-off, right?
That's good. That's good. And maybe it's white. Maybe it was Piston red, but he bleached it. Maybe he bleached it by accident.
That could be.
Could be. Hey, I wanted to ask you about that trade, that farcical trade that the Lakers pulled off. Russell Westbrook going to L.A. Farcical. Kyle Kuzma, and I consider a bag of balls coming over to the Washington Wizards. That's the way.
Wow.
He
hates LeBron so much.
I just think LeBron just does what the hell he wants. And you know what? It might not work. I might be happy. What's your take on it? You know more than me.
No, I don't. I think it's the Lakers making an effort to win another championship. I mean, I am a big fan of Russell Westbrook. I know that some people are not because can be a turnover machine. He's not a great shooter, but I mean, my goodness, he has 196 career triple doubles. That's the most ever. Whether he's going to get those number of triple doubles with the Lakers with LeBron and AD, I don't know, but I like Russell Westbrook. I always have. He's a winner, and I think he's going to help the Lakers. There's no question. It's just a matter of what role is he going to be willing to accept with the king there, and so I don't think that trade was farcical. I still think. From what I understand, that trade may not be totally consummated yet. So it could be that another team jumps in there, and there might be some additional things going on. So we just have to wait and see.
Is there a veteran free agent out there, or is the next move that Troy Weaver is going to make? You know, obviously, I thought Mason Plumlee did a great job when he was here being the veteran, but we know he had to be moved because of cap space and stuff. So is there somebody in particular you're looking at, or a specific position that is the next thing for Troy Weaver to address?
Well, from what we hear, it's not a great free agency year. Next year is supposed to be better than this year. Doesn't mean that Troy won't make a move. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not allowed to comment on any trades that haven't been officially announced. But I would say that he, again, using his term, he's going to due diligence in looking at free agency, and if there's somebody out there who makes sense and they have the room to bring that person in, I think they will. But I don't think, he said at the end of the year he didn't anticipate as many roster moves as we saw last season.
Hey, the Swirsky, our good friend Chuck Swirsky, kind of tweeted that same thing out that you said. He can't talk about any kind of trades because that's called collusion or whatever the hell it's called. So I get you. I got you. You play-by-play guys. I got you down.
Well,
I got you down.
I work for the team, so
I know.
I do have some restrictions,
of course,
until they announce things. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much for coming on. We wish you nothing but the best. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of the summer, and we look forward to hearing you and the great Rick Mahorn back together again.
I appreciate it. And always great talking to you, and go Cubs.
Go Cubs. They traded everybody. There's no one left.
I know. I'm very depressed.
They even traded with the White Sox. That's a sin.
Don't get me started.
I know.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, on that note, have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy.
Your weekend, Mark.
All right. Okay.
Mark Champion, the radio voice of the Detroit Pistons, joins us, and big Cub fan.
Make sure you're following him on social media at NBA Mark. Is where you can find him and all his great tweets. When we come back, we're going to be changing gears, and we're going to talk a little bit about Lions training camp. They are into their day 3, and we got the inside scoop, so y'all stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom Team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. All right, everybody, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Make sure that you are hitting us up with your comments on social media at Woodward Sports. You can always give us a call. 313-552-6322 is our number. So Lions are into their day 3 of training camp. It's it's looking good. Everybody's still sounding great. And, of course, we've got Corey Woods to give us all the inside scoop. So let's go on ahead and hit some Corey Wood videos.
Dan Campbell, here it is. First one on how Penei Sewell will develop.
Yeah, listen, it's about just taking it day to day and rep to rep, because what can happen with those guys, he's got the talent, he's got the ability, is not to lose confidence. I think that's a big thing, because he's going to have a couple of bad days. It's just going to happen. It happens with the best of them. And so I think him is just, man, take it in. Why did it happen? How do you correct it? Why did it happen? How do you correct it? Move on to the next one. And so to me, it's just about, hey man, learn from it. Let's move on. Learn from it. Let's move on. And the best thing for him is going to be Romeo Okwara. That is the absolute best. Like that actually gives me hope, because I know Romeo is going to give him a full day's work every day, walk through to the finish of practice. You know, start to end. And he's going to get somebody that's got length and a motor and knows how, he's crafty, knows how to use his skills. So he's going to force this guy to get better fast. He's going to have to. So that's encouraging.
The head coach talking about Penei Sewell going against Romeo Okwara.
Hey, I tell you what always made our teams better, when you can't touch the puck in practice because you got to go against Nick Lidstrom all the time, that'll make you a better player and make you angry when you have to go play a real game. So when you're going up against one of the better players, and we had that ability in practice, and Scotty knew it, and sometimes the game's easier. You want to make it where practice is harder than the games, you know, and that's the way it is. You didn't look forward to it. I could touch the puck more in the game than I could in practice.
Did Nick bust your balls too? All you guys?
Always. Just laugh, snicker.
Just playing around?
You know, dude, he just schwarmy. Like, he's so schwarmy. He just, like, gives you the handcuffs or takes the puck and just giggles.
Just
like you're a little kid. Like,
we don't even realize really what we had here. I mean, I'm sure most Red Wing diehards know, but just an everyday hockey fan, they probably don't know what the heck we had here.
Just eat up, man. Like, the greatest thing about Nick Lidstrom was, and I've seen it so many times, is guys would literally go to clear on the penalty kill and take slap shots, and he'd just stick a stick out, knock it down, all casual, from everywhere. So, I mean, there's a reason that we call him a perfect human. But
he is.
Back to the Lions, you know, when they're competing against each other because they know that it's going to make them better. That's where it is. That's exactly where it is, because it's accountability to your fellow teammate.
Dan Campbell continued. Corey Woods there covering the team for us. This is the first time that he's at Allen Park doing this on a full-time basis. You know, last year was a completely different animal. So this time, Dan Campbell, someone asked him about Jared Goff and his improvement.
Oh yeah, I really have. He's been good. You can just see him from where we were in the spring to now. You can see how much more comfortable he is and how much more he's taken ownership of this offense, which is what we want. We want him to feel like, you know, and listen, dialogue, communication. Is there something that you want or you feel like we can do better with? And we take it. And then sometimes we're like, no, this is why we want to do it. But man, he's really growing into it, and he is embracing it, and it's becoming. And that's what we want. We want it to become what is best for him and his vision, as well as ours. And so he's been great. He really has. You can see him growing inside the offense.
This is a guy that won 6 playoff games, got to a Super Bowl. They lost. Yeah, the Rams weren't a juggernaut. This guy had something to do with it. And I love the way we're all just writing him off like, oh, wait till we draft our future quarterback. This guy could be
Listen,
it.
Well,
all but DMac writing him off. I even put it out there months ago that he's going to be very impactful. So just let it. I like everything I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
What's the one, sorry, Pilar, but what's the one thing you didn't hear out of LA no matter what? Accountability for the offense, because it was Sean McVay's offense. So now Jared Goff being comfortable, being protected around the right thing. It's everything that I want to hear moving through camp.
Also, what Dan Campbell just said and how they want that relationship, they want to make sure that Jared Goff is being included in these decisions, that it's his visions too, not just their visions. How many elite quarterbacks in the league are fighting for that? Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady was unhappy with that. How many elite quarterbacks would love to have a head coach, an organization that's going to say, hey, it's not just our vision, let's include your vision in that too. I think that that is the most important thing that we need to take from that clip. He's got all the support he needs.
We'll see how it goes this season. Jared Goff, the number one quarterback. They traded Matthew Stafford for him and a few picks going on. Dan Campbell spoke about the running game, in particular about Jamal Williams.
It means a lot to me because I've been fortunate to be around some good ones. And the place I just came from, man, we had, obviously with AK, and then to have Mark Ingram when I first got there. Mark was a stud. Still is a stud, by the way. But man, so that's my vision of this 1-2 punch, man, and so that Mark Ingram, to have what we had after he left with Murray as well. Murray was that guy for us, and that's how I see Jamal Williams for us, for Detroit. And to know that he's high energy, he's a bit of a hammer, and I think he's a guy that your team can feed off a little bit. I said that when we signed it, but that was always what Mark was for us and Latavius Murray. And Mark left, and that's what Jamal is, man. Absolutely. He knew exactly what and he embraces it, and he wants to be here. And by the way, it's not like it's a 1-2 punch, and both of those, we're going to use those guys, both of those guys. They know that. But I'm telling the guy gets a hot hand, he's rolling. Jamal's in there, we're rolling. I mean, Jamal's going to be rolling, and then we'll use Swift for some of the other things, which is fine. That's a good problem to have. But I'm glad we got him. I know that.
How much did Jared start in camp?
Well, he just answered your 1A, 1B question.
Right.
Whoever's hot is staying in there.
Right.
Whoever's
And
just
that
coming
Swift
in the
would just
game, we'll find some room
Be
for
used
him.
as something else. Yep, absolutely.
That's the team mentality. And when you hear out of the running back group too, it's all about committee. Everybody's doing it's about the team. It's about the team, and it comes from the coach. So.
And it's how you keep your running backs healthy nowadays. I mean, there you
go.
You've got to have two really good running backs to take some pressure off.
I got a hunch that Jamal Williams will be the touchdown guy here on this team. That's my belief.
Yeah, he likes it a lot. Likes that smash mouth. He's going to be the smash mouth guy.
Swift's going to have some breakaway runs.
Yeah, absolutely. On the backfield.
But Jamal's going to be the guy on third down, getting in there, and even on fourth down, if they're close to the goal line. So we'll see. It's all a crap shot. The NFL season starting in a week, man. It's the NFL
preseason.
The NFL preseason starts in a week with the Hall of Fame game on NFL Network. Cowboys and the Steelers rematch at all those great Super Bowls. Jamal Williams. Speaking about him, well, we got some sound from Jamal.
Know nothing about the past. Everything's new to us. So there's a new Lions team. There's a new Lions history is about to go, and really, we just ready to go and show people. Underestimate us, please. Please. That's what we want. You know what I mean? Because then when we come and smack you in the mouth, then you're going to know we the Lions. You know what I mean? So whatever you know from the past, please keep that. Because we coming out with something new. And I like being under.
He said he wants to play smash mouth football. He says, you want to be our underdogs? Bring it on. We want to be the underdog.
Yep.
Keep underestimating us. In case you couldn't hear that, Mac.
Thanks.
All right, I brought you up to date.
Appreciate it.
Now, Jamal Williams, we had him on a couple of months ago on the morning show. The guy is a funny dude. He's like a movie star. He's going to probably hit Hollywood when he's done with his NFL career because he has got a great personality. So we got a little fun with our own Corey Woods here.
Jamal, you talked about bring.
Ooh, snap. Rock, paper, scissors.
Jamal,
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Are you going?
Come on, keep going. 2 out of 3. All right, first one. Come on, one more. 2 out of 3. Keep going.
Got you. All right.
All right,
Hey, Jamal, you talked about a couple of months ago, you talked about bringing that full swag to Detroit. Now, do you think Cade Cunningham updid you last night by wearing the buffs?
Who?
Cade Cunningham on the Pistons. What? You rocked it. You said you was bringing the whole swag to the D.
What happened? I don't watch this. I'm gonna let y'all know. I don't watch TV. I watch anime all day. Literally. I don't watch live television. So I don't know what excuse my language, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Oh, you talking about the draft? I didn't watch it, so I don't. Oh, my bad. I don't watch it. Yeah. Does this look like some regular shit? I'm not that type of person. I don't care about fashion. My fashion is wearing a Koski robe, like I'm in the clan or something, wearing Naruto headbands. That's my fashion. So I don't know what y'all talking about. You gotta ask Tracy about that. He that type of dude. That's that boy for you. I don't know nothing about Cartiers or what's it called, Gucci, Prada's, or all them Jones. Yeah, I don't wear those. I go to Ross.
I want to go watch anime with Jamal Williams.
Gosh,
he had no idea the draft was even going on or what league was drafting. I don't think he gives a damn. He's a football guy, and that's about it.
He didn't care what sunglasses were being put on
awesome.
blast. That's
You
for
can tell
sure.
he's not going to buy $2,850 pair of sunglasses. He will not.
I mean, those are burned to the nostril. Those are pretty expensive sunglasses.
All right, next one up is our final one of the day. Jared Goff taking ownership of the offense and, of course, shaking off that rust.
Yeah, I think, that's always part of your job as a quarterback, especially for me with a new team and new faces and new system, is trying to give them stuff that I like and that I know and trying to implement it, and at the same time listening. What do they like? What do they know? And what do we want to do? And mesh some things together. But, yeah, I think through these first week or so, just trying to really make sure, everyone knows, that I know what's going on, you know what I mean, and just handling things the right way. Anytime you come back, I think beginning of training camp, there's a little rust, and you're knocking some of that off. I thought today was a better day, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Every day is a step forward. Ever since we got here back in May, every day has been a step forward, and today was no different.
There you have it. Your quarterback of the 2021-2022 Detroit Lions.
What did he say?
He's excited.
Okay, good. Thanks.
I mean, it's just what a difference this team is. It's a whole different team. Everybody that takes the podium is completely different than last year.
The main
I feel
thing.
Like last year, everybody was just tired.
I
and
like the
beat
fact
down.
they're different people.
Oh, they had to
You know
be.
what I mean?
The main
Like-
thing is Matt Patricia's not here, and they look a lot happier.
Well, they can be
So-
themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? He's a fashion guy. I mean, I get you, Jamal. I watch wrestling all day. Not anime, but I'm down with it.
Did you watch wrestling
hey,
last night, by the way? Or did they postpone it for the NBA draft?
He was at the game.
I was at the game.
Yeah.
But yesterday was Thursday, so that was Impact. So I had it taped, but I watched it anyway. So, yeah, no, I'll never miss the wrestling. You can watch the same night, but it was nothing like Wednesday's AEW. Oh my gosh, Jericho and Nick Gage in a death match, crazy. It was crazy. And the biggest thing, Maz, here's the thing, right? When you see that older generation or guys that you've watched or whatever, and then they're all in because they're giving it whatever they got. It's the same thing as what we're seeing there at training camp about what guys, no matter what profession, what you want, being themselves, holding accountability, and it's accountability to the other person. So that's what's going on. That's what it is to enjoy.
Hey, when we come back, I want you to tell us about when the Wings went to Traverse City. How it was. Did the players really enjoy going up there? Did the Lions? You think they? No one likes training camp. No one wants to go out there, sweat their ass off, and have their body ache for weeks. But I want to ask you about that when we come back. And we have Darius Slay. Remember him?
Yeah. Big play Slay.
He's pretty happy about something.
All right, guys. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
What's up, DMac here, Coast. You know, coastportland.com. Use WSN20 for 20% off these great lamps. I got the knife here and everything, but what the big thing is, it's a Friday. So you too could get it. Actually, hashtag Howie Coast. This week's winner goes to Mr. Aaron Mallory, who says that mosquitoes suck and he needs a light because he's tired of stepping in dog doo-doo. That's what he said.
That's how he coasts?
But that's why he wants to coast. So, sir, look in your email. Thank you for sending your email, actually, this time. So look for that email. And remember, you too can go to coastportland.com and use WSN20. But, hey, let's get all you hookers hooked up.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. It is Friday, July 30th. Gosh, I can't even believe where did the month go?
August 1st starts Sunday.
That's
unbelievable.
Insane. Absolutely.
Another trade,
nuts.
by the way, in
Yes.
baseball as we near 4 o'clock. Looks like Chris Bryant going from the Cubs to the first place San Francisco Giants. So Cubs continue to unload everybody. They won their World Series, looks like, and it'll be another 115 years till their next one. So good luck, Cub fans.
All right, well, Maz, why don't you continue things with the rest of your sports update?
I will. Brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.com. Use that promo code Woodward. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000. Pistons got their man last night, Cade Cunningham, the #1 pick in the NBA draft, their first since 1950 when they took Bob Lanier. The other picks that they grabbed, Isaiah Livers from Michigan, who underwent foot surgery just a few months ago. He's going to be out at least until November with that injury, so he might miss the beginning of the season. Luka Garza, he was the National Player of the Year from Iowa. They get him the second #2 pick in that round.
Their numbers are official, Maz.
What is?
Their numbers. They just announced at the press conference Cunningham will wear #2, Isaiah Livers 12, Luka Garza 55, and Balsa Kobravica, or however you pronounce it, will be 23.
That sounds good. Oh, 23? No,
Yeah.
that wasn't Darko's number, right?
No.
He was 32, I think.
He was 31, I think.
31?
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
There was
Cade's going to
someone
wear.
wearing a Darko Milicic jersey at our watch
I saw
party
that.
last night.
How was the party?
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we really picked on the guy wearing the Milicic jersey, and unfortunately, I missed the reaction that we had. I went and got some food at the concession stand while we were making
You're
the
a
pick.
true
so-
Mazaway.
Yeah.
You're a true Mazaway. And I want everybody to
feel
know.
bad for you, Alex.
Sorry. Maz was not at the game because I did a walkthrough of the Champions Club, and the buffet was fine. But Rosie hit her hard. Rosie said he's going to take Maz since Maz was
Oh, I
there.
hope so. We can
There's
go bowling,
nothing
too.
wrong with hitting the buffet line hard. I
Rosie's
mean,
a great bowler, too, Mac. Did you know that? Dave Roseman can roll it.
Oh, he's the best, dude. You should have seen him going last night.
I believe it. So,
Maz,
Cade,
where,
go ahead.
Where were you last night, Maz?
I went home and watched the draft and watched the Olympics.
Why didn't you come to Imagine Theater?
I had things to do as soon as that work was over, Fish. But
Okay.
thank you for asking.
Okay.
I would have been there if I could.
I had
You know
things
how
I
long
could
it
have
takes
He just came out with a
Uncle Tom to
statement
get
on
off
wearing
the
number
throne?
2.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what's that?
He just came out with a statement on wearing number 2. He said, I know how much these numbers mean in the rafters. I know that the people that came before me, they really built something special in Detroit, and those are legendaries. Those are legacies live on forever.
That's Chuck Daly's number 2 that hang in the rafters because, of course, the 2 back-to-back NBA championships with the Bad Boys. I'm sure they'll just put a different number up for Big Daddy Chuck Daly.
You know,
Daddy Rich.
If he didn't already have enough pressure on him
No,
to come out here and really change things around for us, it just got that much heavier. The pressure did.
No doubt about it. Tigers and Orioles playing again tonight. Beautiful night for baseball. Tarek Skubal against the Dark Knight. Matt Harvey from Comerica Park. Tigers won their 3rd in a row last night. A couple of home runs from Miggy, number 496 and 497. Casey Mize goes 7 for the win. Tigers 41-21 now since May the 8th. Daniel Norris traded today from the Tigers to the Brewers as the deadline has just hit. 4 o'clock Eastern. No more trades for you, but wait till you hear the rest of these. Tigers get righty Reese Olson back for Daniel Norris from Milwaukee. He is a high A-ball pitcher right now. The Mets, they grabbed Javi Baez from the Cubs. White Sox, they get Cubs closer Craig Kimbrell. We just told you about Chris Bryant. He goes from the Cubs to the Giants, and the Cubs weren't done. Anthony Rizzo sent yesterday from the Cubs to the Yankees. And the Boston Red Sox get Kyle Schwarber. He's a former Cub, but of course lately with the Nationals. Nationals, of course, got rid of everybody. Max Scherzer and Trey Turner go from the Nationals to the L.A. Dodgers. And Jose Berrios, about 2 hours ago, the Toronto Blue Jays grabbed the Twins ace. By the way, Toronto now playing, Mac, in the Sky Dome. First time.
First game tonight.
Isn't that something? Game. They're back.
Crazy.
I hope they get some fans there.
9th.
That'll be nice. Borders open. You heard them. Day 3 of training camp for the Lions. We've been talking about that all day. Browns hire former Lions GM Bob Quinn. He's their senior consultant to football operations. And Carson Wentz of the Colts out indefinitely with a foot injury. He hurt himself yesterday in practice. He'll undergo further testing. The U.S. leads the medal count in Tokyo with 41. China with 38. Russia, 34. Host Japan with 28. And this day in sports, we give you a little WNBA. Why not? 2002, L.A. Sparks, Lisa Leslie makes history.
Three-point range straight away. Fires, gets it up to Leslie. What's she going to do? She dunked it! For the first time in WNBA history, someone has dunked in a game. It's Lisa Leslie with the dunk. And now, for the first time in WNBA history, a player has dunked in a WNBA game. Nobody.
She kind of dunked. I
If
call
I
that
did
a kind
that,
of dunk.
I'd call it a dunk.
That's a dunk.
If I could get
I
out
like
there and
Lisa
do that,
Leslie.
that's a dunk.
She's cool.
It's a dunk.
She's
It's a
cool.
dunk.
It's a dunk.
We call it a dunk.
Hey, we let in last break. We told you about Darius Slay, and we know Patricia and Quinn came in here. They made some moves. Quinn fired, winning coach Jim Caldwell, gentleman Jim Caldwell. 9-7 wasn't good enough. They went down from there. Then all of a sudden they start getting players upset, players that speak up. One of the players they sent away was Darius Slay. They sent him to the Eagles. Someone today at Eagles practice asked him, hey, you guys are playing the Lions this year. Are you looking forward to playing against your old team?
How about the Detroit game? You excited for that one?
No, not anymore. That right. I was. If Patricia was there, I'd have been very excited.
All right.
There you go.
They will face.
Huh?
Spitting truth.
Yep, isn't that
Absolutely.
something?
The Eagles will face the Lions on October 31st.
Do they play the Pats? Do the Eagles play the Pats this year?
I don't know. If they did, I think he's going to run out of bounds and knock his ass down.
Run into Bill Belichick
by accident.
And then because Matt's up his rear, he's gonna
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny how players are no longer holding back their feelings.
You know what? They didn't hold their feelings back last year, and that's why they were sent out of town.
Yeah.
And that's what we lost a lot of good players, man. What's up, Andrew?
Eagles got a preseason against the Patriots.
Preseason game,
Yeah,
Eagles
week
and
2
Pats.
preseason.
Oh, okay.
August 19th.
I'm sure that'll be on NFL Network. Maybe we'll take a look and see if Matty Patty gets hit.
Well, it'd be interesting before the game to watch to see if there's some chirping going on or if because Slade's not going to back down. I mean, he's made it. When you say something like this, that it's gone by. When you say that and emphasize the reason why, yeah, you're still looking for a fight.
Hey, Tom Luginbill is going to join us in just a little bit. ABC and ESPN. He does college football, does the sidelines. He was even the top sideline guy for the XFL, which I'm going to sneak a question in with him. But we're going to talk about the whole Big 12, and Oklahoma and Texas made it official today. The SEC welcomes them in to the Southeastern Conference, the Big 12. What's going to happen with them? Did ESPN kind of put their hand in the cookie jar, as we said yesterday, and kind of stir things up and hope that teams start leaving that league so they could save themselves a cool $1 billion. But before we do that, Mac, I asked you on the break about going to Traverse City. Lions are in practice here. They used to go to Saginaw Valley State, which I used to love going to those college places. But you stay in the dorm, you eat in the cafeteria with the players. It was kind of cool. Now it's at Allen Park. They do have fans around there now, but it's not the same as it used to be. But you guys, tell us about the Traverse City experience.
Yeah, but that was sort of different. And training camps changed over the years too, because now with the sports, it's in and out, right? You're right into you even mentioned you got exhibition games next week, so it's not what it used to be. We used to have 2 weeks or a full week up at training camp, and when we were winning championships, and competing. It was the best time because, guys would come in and Scotty Bowman was great because this is where the guys would be able to congregate from not seeing each other but go out and play golf or go fishing or just spend some time together and get back into that sort of team mode and slowly get into it. So we had a blast. We made great relationships over the years. You look forward. That's why.
Is that where you met Tammy Chin?
No.
Okay.
But Hockey Town North and stuff like this. But and the one thing is just like it is down here that I mention all the time with Joe Louis Arena is what do you miss the most about that? It's the people that work there. When you go in and you see everybody now that it's changed. Well, when you go up to Traverse City for training camp, it's always the same people still. So that's why us as alumni still like to go up there. And I think we're going to be up there. I know what it is. 15th, I think. Here, let me look. But we're going up to play that alumni game with all the people anyways. And the 25th. Yeah, the 25th weekend of September. So we always look forward to seeing going up there, and it's because of the people and the communities and all that different stuff. And if you've been up there and you look at the community around where the rink was. When we first started going up there, right, there was just the arena and it was all fields. Now it's all housing and everything else. It's crazy, but that's where we were for 9/11. And I remember Traverse City was one of that they started pulling all the planes out of the air.
Oh, wow.
So there was we watched at least 80 to 100 planes come out of the air one after another like this.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had just left we were heading back from Center Ice Rink back to the Grand Traverse Resort. It's probably 20-minute ride, and 20 minutes probably I stopped counting at 50, but just planes because they were all bringing them out of the air. And then when they showed a picture of Traverse City Airport, all over, everywhere, just planes. So that's, a lot of great memories, but also, too, that's where I was for 9/11.
Wow. It's crazy when you start to think about, where were you and moments like that. Oh. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to have Tom Luginbill joining us, ESPN college football analyst. So you guys don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Morning, Art. Morning, DMac.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Tom Mazaway alongside Pilar Lastra and four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty. It's Friday, everybody. Beautiful summer day here in the D. Lots going on. Lots of sports. Got our number one pick last night in Cade Cunningham. Tigers are playing good. Everything's looking good. College football's about to start. Michigan State. Can't wait for all of it. But there's a lot going on in college football. We all know it's not the same anymore, but they made it official today. Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC. In other words, leaving the Big 12. And for more on this information, we got plenty more. We've been talking about it for a long time. Tom Luginbill, he patrols the sidelines for ESPN. He's an analyst, sideline reporter, and scout, and the whole 9 yards. Tommy Luginbill joining us right here on The Hook. What's up, Tom?
Hey, good afternoon. How you guys doing?
We're doing good, man, and loved your work on the XFL as well. I missed that league.
Me too.
We'll get it back, right? Are we going to get it back with The Rock?
I hope so, man. I mean, especially this time. I coached in it the first time around. I had an even better time broadcasting the second time around, and I felt like there were so many things that we got right. The rules were fascinating. They sped up the game. The inside looks at replay, the instant analysis we could get from coaches immediately in live content. And it just worked. It was presented well on TV. It was well received. I just hope we get back to it. And whatever it takes to do that, heck, I'd love to be involved again.
Amen to that. Tom Luginbill joins us, ESPN and ABC College Football. I wanted to ask you about, obviously, Texas and Oklahoma and the ripple effect that's happening to college football. They decide they're going to leave the Big 12. It's been going on behind closed door for a long time. Let's start with that. What happened, and where do you go from here?
Listen, the SEC and the college football landscape is the king of the mountain right now. And, there's very few blue bloods out there that you would say, okay, are they willing to leave their conference? Texas and Oklahoma happen to be one of them. And I think anytime we have discussions about conference realignment as it relates to college football, you don't need to look any further than revenue production. And when you look at the last fiscal year prior to the pandemic, the Big 12 as a conference brought in roughly $439 million. Well, the SEC brought in $720 million. And the leading conference that year was actually the Big 10 at $780 million. And so when you have an opportunity to join the top dog, you're a blue blood program, you have a chance to increase revenue each and every payout, and you look at the ever-evolving landscape of college football, it looks like we are starting to head down the path of 16 to 20 team conferences. Well, if you look at everybody else right now, how does the ACC go out and get an Oklahoma or a Texas? They can't. How does the Pac-12 do that? They can't. How does the Big 10 do that? They can't right now. So this is a huge coup for the SEC. And just as we've talked about college football playoff expansion, that's nothing more than revenue as well. I haven't talked to a single coach that when you ask them, give me one good reason, aside from making more money, give me one good reason as to why we're expanding to 12. And I haven't heard a coach come up with one because they don't have one right now. They just see a longer season. They see us trading excellence for access and inclusion. And, you look at the television contract, that's about $455 million right now. A 12-team playoff is going to garner upwards of $1 billion with a B, a capital B. So that's about money too. And I think that's what this is all about as we see the changing landscape and the shifts in realignment.
We're talking to Tom Luginbill, ESPN's college football analyst, sideline reporter. Now, Tom, us here in Big Ten country and stuff like this, what is the trickle-down effect for the other conferences, like especially the Big Ten? But what does it do to a team like a Notre Dame? Or because now, to me, it just seems like we're getting more towards what my partner in crime over here likes to say is the north, south, east, west is what we're looking to. Does this get closer to, like you said, realigning different conferences and getting rid of the old and going into the, because we're going to rank more playoff teams,
breaking away from the NCAA.
Breaking away from the NCAA. Is that what this is, a trickle down effect in your opinion?
Likely, eventually, but you still have to come up with a governing body. If you're going to break away from the disintegrating NCAA, you're still going to have to come up with a way to monitor and monetize and have some policing and some guidelines. So whether that's university presidents, whether you form a committee, what have you, of administrators, that remains to be seen. But, I think the thing that's interesting in this, and you bring up Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's unique because they have the ACC, who's bent over backwards for them. All of their other sports are full-time members of the ACC. They don't have to be a full-time football member, yet they get to have 5 games a year in the conference that expands their recruiting footprint into the Southeast. And I think people are foolish to think that Notre Dame has any interest in joining a conference. The only way Notre Dame is going to do that is if for some reason they lost their television contract. Aside from that, there is no upside. Notre Dame doesn't want to be a seat at the table. They enjoy being the table. And I think until something changes in that regard, you won't see them join a conference. But I will say this, those other 8 members of the Big 12 right now, they're scrambling because at some point or another, the music's going to stop and there's not going to be enough chairs at the Power 5 conference level. So if you're a TCU right now, you're a Texas Tech, maybe an Oklahoma State, a Baylor, if you haven't talked to the Pac-12 already, then you're gonna be left holding the bag. If you're the Big Ten, I've heard this discussion. Again, I go back to revenue. Everybody says, okay, well, who do we target? Well, first thing you're going to do is figure out who the greatest revenue producers are that are left if you're going to add to your conference. Essentially, to get to 16 teams, the Big Ten's got 2 slots. The ACC has 2 slots. And I had a discussion the other day with somebody and said, oh, no, if you're the Big Ten, you'd take Oklahoma State over Kansas. And I said, well, don't be so sure about that. Kansas brought in $121 million. Basketball is a hot ticket item. Oklahoma State as a program brought in $96 million. So all of these conferences are targeting revenue generators to say, okay, would this be a good alignment with us to expand to 16, 20 teams eventually if we end up getting there?
By the way, Oklahoma State has been very good to Detroit. Barry Sanders and now Cade Cunningham, Tom.
So maybe that makes sense. Maybe that just makes sense all naturally. Come on, Oklahoma State. Might as well come on down.
Hey, Tom Luginbill joins us, ESPN college football analyst, sidelines. He's a coach. He's a freaking analyst. He can scout teams. He does it all. We're glad to have you. Speaking of those teams on the outside looking in, the Big 12 commissioner the other day puts out the letter that says ESPN was raiding the cookie jar, trying to talk those other conferences into pillaging the Big 12. What's your take on that?
Well, all of those allegations are about 73 rungs up the ladder from where I sit.
I know that. We're not even on the ladder.
Listen, that's exactly right. And I hear those sorts of things. And the one thing you learn as a broadcaster and an analyst working here is you're apparently biased against everybody. All right, you hate everybody's fan base, you hate everybody's conference, and it's like take a tick and get in line. The complaint line's to the left, and trust me, it's a long line. So what I've learned is to just kind of go with the flow. I know this at ESPN and at Disney. We own a considerable portion of what we would label as inventory. Okay, we share television rights with Fox, with the Big Ten and the Pac-12, but everybody else, we own those rights outright. So we have a significant amount of inventory. You couple that with the college football playoff, all right, the new SEC contract that ESPN is going to be taking over, and I can see very easily why conferences that are sharing television network revenue would feel that way. Right, wrong, or indifferent, true or untrue, I have no idea. But the American, and here's what I would say if I was Bob Bowlesby, the commissioner of the Big 12. Number one, isn't it your job to make sure your members are happy? Isn't it your job to make sure that everybody's in good standing and that you are on top of what's going on? We're in the age of the internet right now. We're in the age of loose lips, instant access to information. And these discussions were going on for 6 months and nobody knew anything at the Big 12 level. That's impossible.
Right.
I mean, that's how sinister these discussions must have been. But if you're the American Conference, and now a lot of people are pointing to them and saying, hey, this is their opportunity to pillage those remaining 8 Big 12 teams and now truly become a Power 5 conference. Well, I don't think that's advantageous for those Big 12 teams. If you're a TCU, you left the group of 5 to go into the Power 5. Why would you go back and join forces with the AAC? TCU is going to be far more interested in joining the Pac-12, Big 10, or ACC than they are the AAC. So I think that there's a lot of house cleaning that needs to be done within the Big 12 as a whole. I have a hard time seeing them continuing to exist in this ever-shifting landscape, and time will tell if they will. But I do think that we could end up just get 4 big conferences.
When does it happen, Tom? When do they? And they say 2025 is when the deal ends, but you don't think they're waiting 4 years, do you?
I can't imagine, but I got to also figure that there's so many legalities and so many logistics involved there, not just with, grant of rights with the Big 12 as it stands right now, but the television rights, who owns those television rights between Fox and ESPN, and what would you be breaking there as an institution? I don't know the answers to those questions, but I can't imagine that both Texas and Oklahoma wouldn't be salivating to make this jump, sooner rather than later. Like I said, $439 million to $720. That's a big deal. That's a big difference. So you'd hate to, wait 4 years for that.
They're ready to pony up the $80 million to get the hell out of there now. Aren't I correct?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, they see, and you hear, that's why Texas A&M is frustrated, wasn't overly happy with leadership at the SEC level, because it's not that they're scared of Texas, but by joining the SEC in 2011, they gained a lot of advantages. Those 2 little letters carry a lot of weight. So now all of a sudden they have advantages that their in-state rival doesn't have, and their in-state rival's sitting over here. Well, now the in-state rival's in the conference. And I heard people say, well, what is what is Texas A&M? So people say, well, Texas A&M is scared of Texas. I said, well, wait a minute, hold on a second. Texas A&M has only sniffed Atlanta one time.
Yeah.
All right, in the 10 years they've been in the league. That was 2012. And they're considered to be a far more advanced football program right now than the University of Texas is. So what are they worried about the University of Texas for? University of Texas has a long way to go, as I see it.
Do you see those great parodies that were put out on the internet? Texas A&M sitting there on the couch during that movie, and Texas is slapping them on the ass and laughing at them. Oh, my God. The internet is unbeaten.
Internet's unbeaten.
Hey, Tommy.
It's undefeated.
Last one, Tommy. Do you ever see a super conference between the Big Ten and the Pac-12?
Potentially. I think in this day and age and where we're heading, we've got to throw geographical footprints and affiliations out the window. I don't think they really exist anymore. Remember, it was just a few years ago when Boise State was going to join the Big East. All right? And so I think what everybody's doing is they're running for cover. They're protecting their own, trying to figure out how to, like I said, when that music stops, make sure they've got one of the chairs. And so, yeah, the answer to your question is I do think that could become a reality. And if that's something that looks like it could become a reality, then, you know, what happens with those remaining 8 teams in the Big 12 as it relates to the ACC and the SEC? So a lot of stuff to unpack here that I think is going to make college football really interesting over the next decade or so.
Hey, Tom Luginbill, we appreciate your time, and I'm praying that the XFL comes back. I got lots of gear I could still break out. I got a football. I did the whole 9 yards, and then the damn league gets unplugged on me.
Biggest fan.
I was flying to New York. For week 6. Got the call, don't get on the plane, go home.
I had you on the show that day. I remember. You were kind enough to come on, man. And we're all rooting for it to come back. In the meantime, you're busy enough right now. Enjoy your time, and let's have some college football.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Tom Luginbill, ESPN, ABC, college football.
Great to have him on. Hey, guys, when we come back, the NFLPA has put out the top 10 player merchandise sale list. Who do you think is at the top of it? Let
Jared
us know.
Goff.
That's right.
That's my guess.
Darn right. Let us know who you think is sitting number 1 there on our social media at Woodward Sports. Nobody go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
You know why realtors love using Hall Financial as a lender? Because of our commitment to speed and service. We have nearly 4,000 5-star reviews already. Call today, 248-308-5000, or go to callhallfirst.com.
Since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot.
And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
Hey, gang, it's Maz for Legacy Partners Insurance. It's never easy shopping for insurance, so why not go to a place that's been around for over 100 years and they're local? A local agent that knows the local insurance market. That's Legacy Partners Insurance. They're an independent agency, so they shop and get lots of quotes for you, so you get the best coverage at the best rates. They shop between 7 and 10 carriers for personal and over 50 for your business needs, your commercial accounts. They've been doing it since 1919, so you could trust them. If you haven't had your insurance quoted in the last year, try them. You got nothing to lose. It's a free try. 586-209-4106. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you. Or even easier, we have our own website, legacypartnersins.com/Woodward Sports. Takes you to a landing page, puts your name and how you want to be contacted, and someone from Team Maz will get in touch with you. You have nothing to lose except maybe you'll save some money. Hundreds, thousands a year. All you got to do is check it out. Legacy Partners Insurance. Tell them Maz sent you.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys. Let's get to a couple fun segments here. So the NFLPA puts out their top 10 player merchandise sales list. We have it for you guys. Real quick, who do you think is number 1? We'll have DMac, you say
Tim
it first.
Tebow.
You still going with Tebow?
I'm going to go with Tebow.
I already know who it is, so
Oh,
you know
who?
what? You know I'm not going to like it.
Oh, it's Tom Brady. All
Well,
right,
it's
let's
either
put it
Brady or
out.
Tebow.
Tom Brady. Wow, I thought it was going to be Tim Tebow. So,
Oh, real players.
Yes, real players.
Real players.
Speaking of that, we haven't heard anything from Tebow at Jacksonville lately.
We have not.
I sniff around,
Yeah?
and they're saying they're gonna. The thing is that Tyson Hill, sort of the way he's used, except
Taysom Hill?
they're a little bit younger.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see. Well, it's training camp right now, Mads. Maybe over the weekend you can do a little Tim Tebow due diligence.
Look at the rookies up there. You got
Yeah, I was gonna
Justin
say, so-
Fields, and that's it. He's the only rookie that's up there in the top 10.
Three
Oh, yeah,
Cowboys
Trevor.
players.
Trevor. Say it again?
There's also three Cowboys players.
Of course. How about them
Yeah,
Cowboys?
So, wait, put that up real quick. We'll read through it for people that are just able to
Which
listen.
one,
It's
if you
me.
had to
Tom
get
Brady,
one, would you get out of
Patrick
those on the
Mahomes,
list?
Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow. I'm surprised he's up there. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Fields, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm surprised Ezekiel Elliott is still up there too. Trevor Lawrence.
Well, just goes to show you how big your team's
Oh, yeah.
range is.
Rob Gronkowski and Josh Allen, which I love.
So
to
Brady
see
and
See,
Gronk.
that's the
Josh
jersey.
Allen.
Josh Allen jersey is the one out of there that I would rock.
I would
right
as
now.
well.
True.
No,
I'd
but
probably
if I
get
took
Pat
the
Mahomes.
Josh Allen jersey, there was only one.
Oh, I have to be forced to take another one?
Yes.
I'll take Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Even though I don't
What
look
would
good in
you-
red.
Would you
I'm
take
surprised-
one?
I'll use the
one of
white.
the Cowboys.
Patrick
or
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Who? Dak.
Dak.
Okay.
I'd go Dak.
Dak's got a bum shoulder.
He does.
I know.
He's got a bad
He's
chicken
over,
wing.
He'll be okay though, right?
I hope so.
Okay.
They haven't said anything about the MRI or the scan yet.
But then again, I would also just buy the Tom Brady jersey and wear it in here.
Yeah, I
Just to
know.
piss off Tom Mazza away.
Well, one was gifted to me. You remember that when one was
I
gifted to
do.
me? Yeah.
I do remember that. Let us know who you guys thought would have been number one. I totally thought it was going to be Tim Tebow. He still manages to make the top list of most sold merchandise.
Don't
I
forget
feel
the
like, all
Oakland
time.
Raiders. Carl Nassib, when he was up there.
He was up there too. That's right.
I think I would take Carl Nassib, but the Raiders.
You mean Las Vegas,
Yeah,
man?
I rocked that one too.
What did I say?
Oakland.
I said Oakland? I thought I had said the Raiders.
You said Oakland.
My bad. They're always the Oakland Raiders. to me.
Yep.
They're always
Well,
going
to
to be
some
the
people, they're
Raiders.
still going to say it's still the L.A. Raiders.
Well, it's
They
time we
really
get Detroit.
go
You
back.
know, we get some wins on there.
right.
That's the one. Which I think I might rock
Timmy
the Jamal
Hawkinson
Williams.
is going to be the
jersey.
first that goes
Jamal
up.
Williams.
Which one would you
Okay.
rock out of the Lions?
Okay. That's a
Pick a
good one.
Lions jersey to rock. I'm going to rock Jamal Williams.
Today's Robert Porche's birthday, by the way. Number 91.
Yes.
Happy
Well,
birthday.
happy birthday. I would say T.J. Hawkinson.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'd say the same. Hawkinson for me.
I'll take Frank Ragnow.
Oh, nice, Matt.
Yep.
In the trenches,
Yep.
grinding it out.
Give me
Matt
Frank
just-
Ragnow.
Listen,
Yeah.
Matt just said that he's the smartest guy here. That's all he
The
did.
quarterback of the team.
What about
Frank Ragnow?
So you're going Hawk, Andrew? What are you going?
Lions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swift.
Okay.
Fish.
I'll go Jared Goff.
Atta boy,
love it.
Fish. That's
I
the leader
love
in you,
it.
kid. The leader. You know what? I could probably get a sign for you too.
I was waiting for somebody to say Jared Goff.
Well, only because none of you guys said it, and he's gonna be the MVP of the whole league. This
Oh, Fish, I like your style, because if that's true,
Fish, you heard it
then
here.
DMac dropping knowledge months ago, you're going to be calling DMac Damas.
Wow.
DMac Dramas.
DMac Damas. Having dramas.
Look at
In
all
the
those
So
sun.
all
there
stars.
was a year.
Look at all those all stars that were traded, Mac.
Oh, I wish I could see that screen.
Right. So we got the TV now in, and he's talking about it. You know, everybody else can't see
Although
it
I can't
either,
complain,
but-
I'm watching a pretty
Rewatching
good
on
game
there today.
myself. so.
I'm watching the MLB
So there
trade
was a
deadline
year-
special.
Fish, what are you
There was
watching?
a year that I could not be beat in fantasy football. If I tried, I could not be beat. And I remember one of our listeners called me Lastradamus. I mean, it was
nice.
insane. Like, I just,
Maybe
everything was
maybe
just happening
sit
right.
beside you for the past 5 months. You exuded that Damasness.
I of course was watching the Olympics, and now I just was surfing around for some good games. Found a good 4-3 Belgian soccer game right now.
Oh, good for you.
Nice.
So it's I just was looking.
It's 5:30 in the morning there right now, Fish.
It is in Japan. They were talking to some Great Britain cyclists earlier.
Hey, Maz, you know what I just realized?
Today at the game.
What's that?
That one of your favorite quarterbacks of all time and one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time are in the same family. The Manning brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I got Peyton, you got Eli.
I do. And we're going to see a lot more of them because of Monday Night
Monday
Football.
Night Football.
We told you about
I'm
that
excited
megacast.
about that.
They're gonna have, let's see, how many are they going to do a year? Is it 10 or 12 they're going to do?
Wait, Andrew, what were you going to say? real
Breaking
quick?
news: John Lester is heading to the Cardinals.
John Lester. I didn't even know he was still pitching.
Yeah, he still pitches.
Okay, good for him.
All right.
Wonder
Cardinals.
if he still has a itch to first. Can't.
Oh yeah,
make
remember
that?
that?
Move to first.
That was bad. That was bad.
Crazy.
Getting back to the Manning boys, ESPN is going to be putting them on ESPN2 during the Monday Night Football season. So you'll have a choice of either watching the regular guys, Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, and Lou Riddick, doing the play-by-play, or switch it to ESPN2, and you watch the Manning brothers megacast, which is going to be sit around. They're looking for a host. Right now, the leading host is Adam Schefter.
I'd watch that in a heartbeat.
They want someone like an Ernie Johnson. They want to go like NBA on TNT. I don't think Adam Schefter is anywhere near Ernie Johnson.
No, I don't think he is, but I think he's got a sense of humor.
I'd rather put Joe Tessitore in there. I love Joe Tess.
What about Bill Raftery?
Bill Raftery would be a terrific host. No question.
I don't think it's ESPN.
What
I
about
think
Bill
it's
Walton?
CBS.
Bill Walton. There you go. That would be super.
Oh my God!
Wow,
that would be
good.
amazing. Actually,
I would never change the channel.
No, that one's a really, really
I wouldn't
good
even watch
one.
the game.
Actually,
I'd be watching Bill Walton.
Does Bill Walton know football though?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you have the guys that know it.
I'm sure he does.
I would sure he does as well.
Well, it's definitely going to be exciting to watch the Manning brothers on their Monday Night Football and this mega cast that they're going to be putting together. I think I'm going to agree with you guys, though. I don't know if I would have thought that Adam Schefter would be the one that I would have said was rising.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of his voice.
Well, I just think he's very busy all the time, and he's got to be breaking news all the time, and he's
but once the season's on, once the season starts, there's only a little bit of news here and
No,
there.
he breaks news.
He breaks news.
If he went
He is
day
the
in
guy-
the life, he'd be nonstop working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he can take.
Anna, dinner time. Sorry, honey, I'm working on a story.
No, it's true though. I mean,
2 a.m.
Honey,
what the hell are
he
you
is the
still
go-to
doing
guy
that?
for breaking
Sorry,
news.
I'm
I mean,
breaking a story on the LA Rams right now.
He's on Monday Night Football, and they're breaking news on something else. Like he's gonna be busy. Andrew, what's your take?
I don't think he should be on it. I don't think he'll be good at it, to be honest with you.
There's
I
plenty of
think
other guys.
he's great at it.
There's like a. I don't think he'll be great. I don't know.
There's plenty of other characters.
Yeah,
that can
I think-
carry
But I was
that.
gonna say, I feel like with the Manning brothers, like Adam, I feel like is like yes, he's got a sense of humor, but he's not that real character kind of guy. He's kind of more. I feel like he's very corporate.
Yeah.
The Manning brothers are not corporate whatsoever. They are the opposite of corporate.
That's why it's going to be must-see television. It's going to be like a brotherly.
I almost feel. You know who I think
What
should
if that was a
who should-
rotating chair?
Yeah, that
The
would
host
be.
was a rotating chair. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That,
Like I feel.
I think
feel
Peyton
that
could
the-
host it.
The host.
Oh, they could host it themselves together,
For
but it'd be
sure,
cool to bring
easily.
somebody else in
Get
there.
Archie in there. Get Archie, Peyton, and
I
Eli.
feel that the person that should host this ensemble should be somebody like Kenny Chesney. He loves
He's
football.
not-
He's well involved. You see him all the time.
ESPN?
What's that?
Is he ESPN?
Doesn't matter, Fish.
He's
no,
a country
he's
singer.
a country singer.
I don't know who he is, but
Oh.
they're probably looking for an ESPN person.
Well, I think
that
they can make him an
knows
ESPN
the
person.
sport
I think
of
that's what they
NFL.
need. It's almost like campfire good times.
Let's get Kendrick Perkins. What'd you guys think of Kendrick Perkins on the NBA draft show last night?
I think he's good.
Yeah,
You
you
think he's
guys
good?
love to whip on NBA stars. that
I
are
don't
on
blame.
ESPN.
I like him.
Everyone makes mistakes, Alex.
Why? What did he do
We're all
wrong?
human.
I don't know. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and I heard
Yeah.
that like multiple times.
he said,
he went on like about a player, and then Reese Davis would come in after he was done with the spiel and be like, yeah, he's going to a different team. And
Oh,
he would
well.
be like, oh, jeez.
Reese
Yeah, he
Davis.
said,
I love Reese Davis.
He's really
I was
good.
about to say Reese Davis
Yeah.
would be really good at it.
He'd be
too.
phenomenal.
What's the guy's name? Moses Moody. He said his name wrong like 55
Yeah, that I saw.
Yeah.
That I saw.
Giannis.
Ooh,
and
Ed said
Doncic.
Bill Murray. That one's actually a really good one too.
Who?
Bill Murray.
Oh,
Okay,
He's
do you
funny.
guys know they're looking for ESPN stars, not just any guy on
Fish,
the
this is all
street?
They can make
hypothetical.
anybody an ESPN star.
Tell-
Yeah, but they're
Fish,
probably
Somebody
not.
who's not.
Fish, they can always hire them.
Yeah, it's not like we're saying
If we give
Aaron
them the right
Andrews,
guy,
who's
then ESPN would hire them if it's the perfect
Yeah.
guy.
Well,
so
but
let's
they're looking-
hypothetically
I'm
see.
assuming they're looking. If they're going Adam Schefter, they're looking
See,
for a
I would
sports
go.
person.
You guys don't know NASCAR, but Clint Boyer, who's gone up in the booth,
Who says we don't know NASCAR?
I know who Clint Boyer is.
I know
He'd
who
be
Clint Boyer
great.
is
Oh,
too.
Marty Smith.
He's a huge.
Okay, who is Clint Boyer?
Done. Marty Smith.
Marty's
Smith.
good.
Clint Boyer
Marty's
would be
very
great because
good.
he's a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan and just sitting in the middle, like knowing the football and stuff. That's
You
came
know
to
who
my mind.
shouldn't be in the NASCAR booth is Jeff Gordon, because his
Why
voice is
don't you
kind of
like
like
Jeff
nails on a
Gordon?
chalkboard, at least in my opinion. Mac?
DMac, you like Jeff Gordon?
I like Jeff Gordon, but
Yeah.
but you know a lot.
Mike
I
Joy, on the
hear
other
what
hand.
Alex is saying.
Mike Joy, though, has one of the
Mike Joy's the best.
craziest voices I've ever heard.
I listen to NRM radio or NPR or whatever, like to listen to a lot of the races and listen to him. And the bag man, Mike Bagley.
Anyway, it's all good. We're looking forward to Monday Night Football. Looking forward to the season.
This is what somebody on social media is saying. If the Mannings want said person, that person will be hired. 100% agreed.
Might be somebody from Peytonville. Who knows?
Wouldn't that be funny? Brad Paisley?
There you go.
That would be great.
Keep the commercials going.
I was in the wrong country singer. You're right. Brad Paisley.
Yep.
That would be from Paytonville.
That's it.
All right, guys, keep letting us know your thoughts on social media at Woodward Sports. Who do you think that the Manning brothers should bring in to round out their mega cast for Monday Night Football on ESPN2? Keep hitting us up on social media at Woodward Sports or give us a call. Let's have some fun. 313-552-6322. When we come back, it's one of my favorite segments that we do every Friday, Hooked on Social. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Would you like to win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time?
Then watch as we turn this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
Watch the Call Sam Chopper Shop on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Happy Friday out there. Hope you have a great weekend. And if you do so indulge, you might want to try this delicious 8 Mile vodka made in Detroit. Yes, carbon filtered in 90-liter batches, aerated for perfect taste. Sip Winners Cup, actually, award-winning vodka. Don't trust me. Trust Pilar. She is the connoisseur, and she's shaking her head so hard right now. Yes, it might fall off her shoulders. Don't do that, Pilar. You can take the bottle home with you tonight. Anyways, you can go to Meijer or any bar and ask for 8 Mile vodka, but if you do, please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, let's get to one of my favorite segments that we do here on The Hook. We do it every single Friday. It's called Hooked on Social, and you guys please feel free to play along with us on our social media at Woodward Sports. If you have any, it can be memes, it can be videos, whatever that you have found throughout the week that you just absolutely love or can't stop watching or had a real good belly chuckle, please send them our way. We'd love to see them. All right, DMac.
Yes.
Let's go. You go first.
Well, this week I'm going to use a little nostalgia. And, Dad, as you heard, we've lost some guys on this team that I think need recognition. And one of the guys, there's two guys, one that's leaving, one that's coming back. So I'm going to start with Darren Helm, who signed a 1 year with Colorado. But he's one of the last of the guys when I came back in my comeback and actually played on the line with him and Yuri Hoodler. And I remember in the playoffs and had some success. And so he's gone to Colorado, but an integral part of this team. So I saw this tribute and wanted to play it for everybody.
Have you figured out yet where you are? Because a year ago you were playing junior in Medicine Hat.
Yeah, it's I couldn't have dreamt this up. I couldn't have asked for better fan support than the ones I got back home.
Darren Helm streaks to the net. He scores! There's the first National Hockey League playoff goal for Darren Helm. Screenshot, Holmstrom banks it, the penalty score. Darren Helm, the Wings are headed back to the Stanley Cup final.
Number 43, Darren Helm. I think everyone knows I love Detroit. I love playing here.
You could spell his name properly. So
the Helmer.
Best of luck to you, Helmer, and whatever you do. Three beautiful girls, beautiful family.
He's trying to win a cup, obviously, going to Colorado.
And he's going to bring an integral part with him if he can stay healthy. So he's definitely a guy that added, but just a class individual. And coming back to the Wings, one of my favorite guys, and he's going to bring a lot of stuff.
Alex Nedeljkovic?
He traded. I said back to the Wings, Maz. Alex wasn't there before, but Luke Witkowski, Holland, Michigan native. I like it because kid loves to fish out Lake St. Clair all the time. So Luke Kwiatkowski is back. You got that video, Alex?
Off the change comes Witkowski. He's on a breakaway, ready to go. He scores! Luke Witkowski gets the goal!
They don't see fights like that much anymore.
Little punch in the face contest. Stick up for the boys. So those are my two hooked on socials this week. There you go.
So Ed on social media is saying that he liked the one of Kennedy doing the Mazaway impression. Have you seen this?
No.
I haven't seen this either. We're gonna have to dig this up.
Was that from today? Because I heard her struggling earlier today, putting her sportscast together.
I don't know.
Could be.
We're gonna have to see this. I have not yet seen it. All right. So mine is in the spirit of how well the women's gymnastic team is doing in Tokyo. This is the one that I have selected.
Not gonna play the music.
I got one of those. I used to have one of those.
Look at that kid.
A baby that would crawl up like that, or
not bad.
Oh my
Look at that
goodness,
action.
this is amazing.
That kid's a future gymnast.
I would freak out.
Now, what happens when she lets go and falls on her back? And
That's what well, she falls into her crib.
well, no, it seems like the side of the crib is right below her, and then she's just gonna land on that.
That's the angle of the camera. But what if she bangs her head on the?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
yes,
that's
crib
the
is
chance
soft,
you take.
She's got to grow up.
Hey,
Gymnast.
obviously,
You're not
Maz,
gonna
they
wanna
don't-
watch that.
Hey, you guys obviously weren't born in the 60s or 70s, so
I was.
That's true.
No,
Maz,
I know
well,
you
first
idiot.
off,
I was talking to them.
I don't even think that in the 60s and 70s, I grew up in the 80s. My crib didn't look like that.
No, but what I'm saying is that you fell down. You did it once. You might have fallen down once.
Don't roll your eyes
It's
at
gonna
me.
be all right.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
I roll my eyes
Vince,
at
what
you
do you
all
have
the
to
time.
say?
At
What do you
least
have-
interrupt me with something funny.
Maz, what if you walked in and saw that? Would
I
you?
would have laughed.
Okay.
I would have laughed.
So you would have stood there and just laughed?
Yeah, I would have been there in case I would have spotted her.
Okay.
But I would have tell her go for it.
I mean,
knows?
I don't know what.
An animal fish. Come on.
Both of my kids
No, but
are.
you're supposed to oh my God, be shocked and run over there.
That's
and
what
touch
I
the
might
kids.
do. That is what I might have done if I saw any of my kids, and both of my kids are.
Now, only because I was a kid. If he was older, I would have said, "Oh, go for it."
No, that's a baby.
No, I know it's a baby.
It's like a 1-year-old. That was a baby.
No, I
Like,
know.
She wasn't even one.
I was gonna say. I mean, if I saw.
But
my,
if it was an older kid, I would have been like, "Ah, go for it. If you crack your head, you crack your head."
I mean, even
So
my
risky too.
2.5-year-old, if I was to see her doing that, I would have freaked out. I would have been like, no, honey, we don't do that. We don't do that. And both of my kids are climbers, and they like to jump off of everything. Not jump on things, but jump off of things. Like, it's insane. But, I mean, I'll be downstairs in our workout
they're
room.
training for the Olympics, sports climbing.
I was gonna say I'll be downstairs working out on the elliptical, just trying to get through like 20 minutes huffing and puffing, and I'm turning around. My daughter is bouncing up and down on that trampoline like nothing the entire 20 minutes. She doesn't even ever sit down to take a drink of water. It's crazy. But I would have freaked out if any of my kids were doing this, but it was super cute.
It was.
All right, Tom, your turn.
I got a few because I couldn't separate them.
Okay.
First one's a really cool. I mean, I would have done this if I was in this little ocean. Look at this little baby dolphin.
I'm sure
Little ocean.
Little dolphin getting beached. Check this out. And there he goes. Or she. Nice job, old man.
Yeah.
Nice job. He saved the dolphin.
Saved a dolphin.
How heavy
Isn't that
do you think
cool?
that dolphin
That's-
is?
Pardon?
How heavy do
70
you think the
pounds,
dolphin
80
is?
pounds.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty heavy. I think that there may be more than 70
Yeah.
Well, no,
That
I'm
was-
talking
They're
about
slippery.
that.
They're
I'm talking about
slippery.
that one. Like that
A
particular
baby
dolphin.
dolphin or a normal dolphin?
Baby.
Oh.
That looks like
Andrew's
a
gonna
baby
fact check it.
dolphin. Thank goodness.
Andrew's
for
going to get us the weight
Andrew.
of that dolphin.
Thank goodness for Andrew. But you know what, though? It takes a very special human to.
I got it.
Okay, what is it?
22 to 44 pounds for a baby dolphin.
Oh, really?
That baby was bigger than 44
Yeah.
pounds.
I was gonna say it was like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Well,
How do you
I
know
was at
it
like
was a
100.
baby?
Andrew,
Might
what
have
did
been a young
you
adult.
what did you search up, Andrew? Did you search up baby whales or dolphins?
Baby dolphins.
Baby dolphins.
All right,
yeah.
what's your second one, Maz?
So if it was an actual
Well,
dolphin,
I just
that's
think it
probably
takes
200
this
pounds.
very special human to go up to an animal of the wild like that and save his life. Most people would be scared, I feel like.
My second one is from Danny Woodhead, and he's with his 4 kids, former NFL player. And you love dads like this that aren't going to let their kids win at anything. Check this out.
Right there, kids, listen to me. That's what we call cerebral play. All right?
There he goes. Watch the last one run away a little. Then she comes back. Huh? No? Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's so
And
great.
then here goes Danny, ripping his shoes off, and in he goes. How cool is that?
The
That is
moments
cool.
you'll never ever
No.
forget with your kids.
I just love that.
Oh, I
You might
love
let the
that.
baby win, but you don't let the other 3 they're old enough.
You stuck it right to
You
him.
got to earn it. When you beat
Yeah, you
the
have
old
to.
man, you got to earn it.
You've got to earn
Did you
it.
do that to Griff?
Yeah, oh, dude. Hell yeah. Dude, they'd have me outside when they were like 12, 13, 14. We'd be playing these death matches. I'd have my daughter Emerson, she'd be like 10 years old or 9, and she'd be on my team, and then I'd be playing 3 or 4 of his buddies, and it got vicious. But when when you finally win, you win. Now
That's awesome.
now he's working on the golf game.
That's right.
I love
Hasn't
it.
got it there yet.
All right. I remember going with my dad and just threatening him, Dad, I can kick your butt and pool. No question. I was a big pool player. Literally, I never saw my dad play in my life. And he took me to Columbia Park bowling alley, and then they had the pool hall in the back. He wiped the floor with me. Embarrassed the hell out of me.
Good.
So,
Good.
Not
That's
the first
good.
day, so there it is. The first time Tom
All right, so-
Masway's mouth got him in trouble.
Right?
It
You
was.
have one more for us.
I
right?
do. I have one. This one play without the sound because I'm not sure of the music or whatever. Anyway, this is a roller coaster that got stuck like 200 or 300 feet in the air. Look at this.
Dude, this is not cool.
Look
The tallest
at
roller
this
coaster in the UK.
in the UK.
Ooh.
Look,
No way.
they have to
Could
get off of that now.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Oh my! I would have had a heart attack walking down those steps. And I know the people that fix these roller coasters and take care of them. You got to have big balls, man.
Oh my
Let me tell you,
god.
you really got to have.
It's just like the people that change the lights on the Ambassador Bridge.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Do you like roller coasters?
Big balls.
I hate roller coasters.
Speaking-
I despise heights.
I love roller
I
coasters.
love roller
Speaking
coasters.
of-
I don't like spinners.
Speaking of
Yeah.
big balls, Maz,
Yeah.
what did the Wizards get on their trade?
They got a bag of balls.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, Alex, which one do you have for us today?
I think it was on our the first time we ever did this segment. We did a whole bunch of gender reveals, and I'm usually not one for gender reveals because I've never had a kid, and they just never really excite me. But then I found this one. I saw it on TMZ the other day.
Oh, love
And
TMZ.
this one is actually pretty cool. So this is with Joey Logano.
Is it better than the wrestling one we saw?
The wrestling
I would say
one was
it's better than
pretty
the wrestling.
Okay.
fantastic.
Sister? Yes. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay.
Come on, Jameson.
On your mark.
Get set.
Get set. Go.
Amazing. But what's even better is watch the kid doing the burnouts after. Oh, you didn't play that.
Oh,
The
he
kid
does
doing the
burnouts?
burnouts after is insane.
I
Oh
had-
my gosh.
It was gender reveal peel. Gender reveal peel out.
I love that.
That was sweet.
I love that.
You
That
know,
one
it
was a good one.
It was cool though that
here it is.
his brother asked for his sister.
Yes.
There it is.
Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, I
That's
love
a pretty
this.
sick little car.
I wonder
he's
what that
got.
kid's going to do when he grows up.
Right?
They all
Oh
do.
my
you
gosh,
Look at,
they all-
you
yeah.
look at Kyle. What's his son right now?
Yep.
Braxton. Braxton Bush, they post pictures all the time, and all these kids.
They start out in go-karts, and
they all come up together too.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that's how family sport, it is. But the generations come up together, competing against each other, but also like family.
Hey, before we take a break, I want to ask Andrew a question about that trade, the Lakers and the Wizards. I didn't get a chance to get into it. Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. To me, I hated it because I'm not a LeBron guy. I think it's going to work, but a lot of people don't think it's going to work. What do you think?
It's going to go horrible.
I hope you're right.
Because I'll explain you why. Name one player in the Lakers that can shoot the ball.
Anthony Davis.
They can't really shoot threes. Then you're not going to win championship. I mean, the Lakers.
I don't think they're done yet.
They're not done, but it makes me nervous that they brought in a guy who's just ball dominant, who doesn't know how to shoot threes. They're going to have to – LeBron needs to learn how to shoot the three like there's no tomorrow, or else they're going to be done. They're going to have to get someone, pick up someone, or trade for someone. I'll see what happens to this Lakers team, but I don't see him getting out of the West.
I hope you're right.
I can't see the Lakers making
Now, I mentioned the team last night in the chat, and Anthony from Pistons Talk laughed at me. I said the Warriors have a chance in the West. We get Klay Thompson back and their draft picks yesterday. Last year, Wiseman.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think you don't think they have another run in them?
And then they make one more move and they get. I was shocked to not make a move to get a big guy like a Miles Turner or like even like they offered Simmons. They got too much out of it. But I like the Warriors a lot. I think they could be a 4 or 5 seed at least. But
I think they're better than that.
I think they're going to be really good. I think Klay Thompson is going to come out lights on fire. He has a lot of energy.
Hell yeah! Thanks for your input there.
I also have a birthday today.
Whose birthday?
The captain, Dylan Larkin's birthday is today.
Oh, how about that?
Happy birthday!
I was saving it till the end, but yeah.
Happy birthday, Larks.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, guys. When we
John.
come back, it was released earlier today that the University of Michigan is requiring students, faculty, and staff to get vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus. They must submit proof by August 30th. We will certainly be touching on that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Luginbill, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
You can't be funny. Don't try to be funny.
You guys are the worst. Hey, our friends at PAM, Public Adjusters of Michigan, are giving you a chance to win a twosome in the 3rd annual Darren McCarty
Grind Time Family Charity Golf Outing
on August the 6th. That's next Friday. That's another day that DMac won't be in studio, but you'll get to golf with him over at the Links of Novi. This event is totally sold out. The only way to get in is to win. How do you do that? You go to woodwardsports.com, look for the PAM logo, PAM logo to register. PAM represents the insured for property insurance claims, homeowners, and commercial property, fire, wind, and smoke.
Spray.
They get you money. Yeah, it's a kitchen spray as well, but that's not what this is. They do the work for you. Why don't you give them a call? The website, callpamfirst.com. Callpamfirst.com for the Darren McCarty
Grind Time Family Charity Golf Outing.
next Friday, August 6th. Yes, Fish.
Can I note something about something that's happening? Speaking of next Friday.
Yeah, please.
Can I ask why you guys are leaving me in this box by myself next Friday?
No, we'll leave you. Hey, listen, we'll clean the
he's
tank.
going to the golf.
We're gonna give you a couple toys.
You're going on
a couple
vacation,
rocks.
which I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And you're going on vacation. I wish you all the best, but you couldn't have given me like some notice that you guys were planning this.
I apologize, man.
Yes, you got this by yourself, bud. You're good.
You and the Lady Jane's girls. Next Friday.
There you go.
And Andrew Jones is going on vacation.
Where are you going?
Everyone's going on vacation, which is nice.
Hey, did you think about this when you went on vacation to Pebble Beach last week and left us here?
Yeah, we were struggling.
Yeah, but
we knew about it a long time in advance. We knew it wasn't a last minute thing.
Well, also, you guys were all here.
Yeah.
You guys Every single one of you are going on a trip.
Yeah, but you not being here is basically the equivalent of all of us not being
No,
here. So
I do want to say that is true.
are
I mean,
incorrect.
nobody could survive the fishbowl.
No, okay.
I mean, everybody was complaining
Every
about
single
it.
person, Jeff Kennedy and Andrew did a better job than I do.
I disagree.
You guys are giving me too much credit that I don't deserve.
You are so
But
sweet. We love you,
Not
Fish.
true, Fish.
when I was on vacation, it was a week-long vacation, but it was just me on vacation, right? All three of you were going on vacation.
I know.
You guys,
Sorry.
you guys are probably going on vacation together, and you're just not telling anyone.
No, we're not.
No,
we
we're
would
not.
have included it.
vacation. I'm working.
Nope, we're not.
Okay,
Fish,
yeah,
I'm
you're
working.
going golfing.
I'm
Makes sense.
working
You're
on
going
that
golfing?
golf. No,
Hey,
I'm working.
we
That's
could barely
He's
spend 2
going to
hours together. You
Jersey.
think we're going on vacation
Yeah,
together?
no, he's going
I
to
don't know.
Jersey. You guys are...
Maybe you guys are going out to the
You know
deserted
what?
island.
Don't say that. That is not true. We get along great.
Yeah.
Don't be making... Tom Mazaway, your jokes
Just because
are
your
funny.
jokes are awful.
My jokes
They're
are
not
good.
funny.
They're not good.
Your
They
jokes
are
are not
solid.
funny. You're making
I have
jokes
such
about
great
us
timing.
Alex Mayer,
not getting...
I want your opinion on whose jokes are better, Tom Mazaway or Mikey TikTok, who does EpEcenter tonight?
Mikey TikTok.
Mikey TikTok.
All right, guys.
All day.
All right, guys. Listen, we all love each other, and I'm not saying that just because Monday I won't be here. We really, really do, and this is a great group, and everybody gets along splendid. All right, guys. So, moving on, the University of Michigan is requiring students, faculty, and staff to be vaccinated against COVID-19, and they must submit proof by August 30th. Here's the tweet that we had that. So I'm assuming that this is just one of those things where, the White House is starting to really make a push for this. Dr. Fauci is starting to push for masks being mandated again in indoor spaces. And also today I saw the report, and it's 2,250 new cases of COVID-19 deaths over a 3-day period. So,
How many of them are vaccinated?
that I don't know. They don't break that down.
Go ahead, Andrew.
My siblings are going on this. Well, one of them goes to siblings.
Hold on. We have to put your mic on.
Okay, go for it.
So both my siblings go to Michigan, so they're about 70% vaccinated for everyone right now.
70%?
Yeah, the whole university already, yeah.
Yeah.
But all they have to do is just put when they got it. They don't have to show the card, I think.
They're asking
Oh,
now
they're
to show their
asking
card.
for
Oh,
proof of
yeah, that's new
vaccines.
then.
Yeah. This was released today. So there you have it. That is the latest news on
I hope kids don't have to wear masks
what's
again.
going on. And, I feel
To
that
go to school there.
I have
come
a
on.
feeling certain kids will, man.
I think, yep. I think people that are vaccinated should still wear masks. I mean, it doesn't bother anybody to wear a mask. And
Yeah, it does.
honestly, you know what? People don't want to see you spitting on them anyways, even without a pandemic.
That's true. It bothered me, but I just go through it.
Who spits on people?
When people talk,
yeah, you
don't get so close then.
well, yeah, that's
get
part of
so
the problem. People need to keep their space, wash their hands, and don't spit on people when you talk. That's just the way it is.
Why don't you just wear a baggie over your whole body?
Alex, what's happening? You got an update on the
my
chat?
God, someone in the chat said the guy on the left looks pissed. The DMac says the guy on the left is always pissed.
Now that's funny, man.
it's a guy
You see how that was funny and I didn't interrupt anything? I'm still telling jokes.
I missed that. What was that?
Someone in the chat, I'm assuming who is a new viewer,
Yes.
says the guy on the left is pissed. LOL. And DMac writes back to him and says the guy on the left is always pissed.
And that's how
so
you're
funny.
funny
Even
and not
Tom
interrupt.
Nazaway laughed. That's
I am
that's
not
a good
pissed.
joke.
I'm just disappointed. That's
always
all.
grumpy.
Oh, dude, he went old school. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
He's
It's all right.
disappointed.
It's all right. So that is the latest on COVID.
I'm now
and
known as the guy on the
Michigan.
left.
There you go.
Here's everyone's names just for that person.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, there you go. There you go. All right, guys. So we are up against the clock here.
That made my day.
Yeah, I mean that's a
That's
good way
funny.
to finish. Yeah, that's funny.
Joey two
All
times right. Maz was born pissed and just got bolder.
That's funny.
I love it. You guys.
All right, guys. Who you like for tonight? Who do you guys like? Y'all have anybody for tonight?
I do.
DMac.
Keep the Tigers rolling.
All right. Tom Hathaway.
Mets, Phillies, and A's.
All right. Alex.
Tigers.
Andrew, do you have anybody?
Yeah, Caleb Dressel 100 fly, Caleb Deck 800 free, and the U.S. wins the first ever mixed 4x100 medley relay.
Is that the first time it's being raced?
Yeah, it's the first time where they'll have 2 guys, 2 girls, and then it's a medley relay. So
Wow.
it's all the
That's track and field you're talking.
Swimming.
No, swimming.
Oh, that's swimming.
Yeah, they're both doing it. The U.S. just actually got reinstated.
I love that.
To be in the mix.
I can't wait. I love the swimming's my favorite part by far of the Olympics.
I thought you said
And
it was
beach volleyball. Beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Volleyball.
Yesterday they had men's beach volleyball. How boring is that? It was so boring.
It's called inclusion.
I don't want to see that.
Inclusion.
21, man.
Inclusion. Fish that
The men
guy.
play
Where's
beach
Misty
vo-
May?
All right, Fish.
That's
Who do-
2016. That's the wrong
I know.
games.
Who do you
Okay, cool.
got? Who do we got?
I have New Zealand over Japan and men's football tomorrow, soccer, and you have U.S. over Canada and women's soccer on Monday morning.
All right, perfect. So there you have it, guys. That is who we like.
I like the Canadian chick that plays beach volleyball. 6'5". She's a tall drink of water.
All right, guys.
Pilar?
Hey.
Let me just say this has been fun. It's not obviously the end. It's just regrouping different things as you dial into your fantasy, but also take care of those kids and
Yeah.
be a mom. And
Summer's almost over. I got to spend the time with them. So have I, guys. And, we joke a lot on this show, and that's why I really want people to know. I swear, guys, we get along. We get along. We love
we
each
don't.
other.
Don't listen to
Stop.
You found the best au pair.
I did.
And it was you.
I did.
Yeah.
It is me. It is me. So I'm going to take
And
the
you're
summer.
close. If we need you.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I'm
We're
going to be
gonna
back.
call
I'm
you.
going to be doing stuff for fantasy
I know, but
football.
if we need
It's
you to
not
fill
like-
in.
Oh, for the hook. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm just not coming here anymore, right? So
We might need you for the fish bowl.
nobody
once in a
can
while.
do the fish bowl like Fish. Nobody can do
Why?
the fish bowl.
Because I won't be here next Friday. Is that why?
No.
All right, guys. Hey,
Oh.
big thanks to Mark Champion from Pistons Radio. Also, make sure that you're following him on social media at NBA Mark. Also, another huge thanks to Tom Luginbill from ESPN, college football analyst. It was great to hear them break things down.
Or Tom
for us.
Luginbill, as Mike called him.
Okay. For Fish.
That's funny.
Andrew. For Alex.
All right.
For
Game on,
Tom
man.
Hathaway. Oh my
Have
God.
a good weekend.
I'm almost
fun
happy
next
I'm not
week.
going to be here on Monday because you're going to have all weekend to sleep on this. You better sleep with one eye
See,
open,
at least
man.
you know, Pilar, how dangerous it is.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Thank you,
I
Tom,
know,
for making
but-
my weekend. You're fucked on Monday.
Yeah, but for DMac, and hey, big thanks to everybody who has supported the show and supported me through all this. I absolutely love you guys. Let's keep in touch. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
See you, everyone.
With the first pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State University.